Well, all right. Well, here is my bench. And you know what? This has been a very practical, versatile bench for me for many years. It holds my miter saw. I have a miter saw station here. It has a great lower shelf where I can put other tools. I have my portable table saw here. This is just a great, versatile bench. But the problem is, this holds all these tools. I actually need a working surface. So that's why we're going to build another bench that's an exact replica of this bench here. And what makes this thing work are these little brackets here. Now they come in a box, and it's very simple. They come in 16 into a box, and you only need 8 per bench. And you can see here, this is all made out of 2x4s and these simple brackets. They're just attached to the end of the boards. And this is a very sturdy, versatile bench. Now I did want to show you a couple of things. We need to make a cut here on one of my legs. This is a leg support here. This is about 35 inches tall. And I want to show you how you make that cut. I'm going to use this simple speed square here. I'm going to place it here, and then I'm going to use my cordless circular saw. I don't know what we did without these before. It's kind of like cell phones. These are just super. Now I've already made my line here, and I'm going to take this speed square, I'm going to set it so my saw is on the line, and then I'm going to just push my saw through, and this will give me a nice straight cut. So put on your safety glasses, like so, and let's make our first cut. And that's how you do that. What's great about the speed square, it just gives you a nice straight cut, so everything will be nice and level. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to attach my first bracket to the top here, and what you do is you slide it down like so, and I've already measured down about 3/4 of an inch because this is going to be the top. This leg here is going to be for the top section. I want to leave a little room so that when I put my top platform on, this will give me a little bit of a space so that it doesn't run into the bracket. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to just screw it in with the screws that they provide you. These come in an actual kit, so you don't have to run out and buy extra screws. Just set it in, make sure it's on your line, nice and straight, and drive it in like so. Now I'm going to just put a couple of screws in for demonstration purposes. You would want to fill in all the slots so that your legs are nice and sturdy. Just like so. All right, I'm going to take this clamp off. Let's move down here. I'm going to start attaching this to the rest of the bench. Okay, as you can see, this makes up the leg. Now we need to put the side pieces in. I've already pre-cut my 2x4s. I'm just going to set this in position like so. You have to kind of play with it a little bit. There you go. Slide that in. Grab a screw here. Attach this leg. Do just a couple here. This is like a big erector set. Just like so. Grab my other side piece here. Just slip it in. Make sure you adjust it. Now you want to check sometimes, because of the brackets are bent a little bit, you do have to hold them up into place. Let me get a screw into this leg. Like so. And then I'll grab another screw and I'll pull this up. You see how this kind of came out of level? That's because the brackets get bent. So you just kind of push it up. You want to make sure that your 2x4s are level so that when you put your platform down, your bench will be nice and square and level. So just drive this screw in. Perfect. Do one over at this end. Again, I got to lift up my 2x4 so that it's level. Drive that in, and we're all set. Now, we want to place in our length pieces here. These are our side pieces. These are going to hold the tabletop. I've already pre-cut. I'm going to slip this in like so, and I'll pull it tight. Drop it in. Sometimes these brackets give you a little bit of a fit. No problem. Touch it in like that. Grab your screws. Attach it like so. I tell you, this is a snap. Most of the time, it's just basically putting screws in. I'll take this leg here, put this in. Again, you got to adjust it. So you get the kind of an idea of how this all goes together. Now I will go back and I will put all the screws in once we get everything set, but I want to show you some of the bench tops. Now these bench tops here, this is actually going to be set in here. This is where I put all of my other tools. I'll have one bench top here, and then I'll have another bench top here, but of course you need to put this one in first so that you can attach it. Now one of the tricky parts is I have a leg that I have to put this bench around. So I have to cut out this little notch here. And to do that, just place your 2x4 in position at the end of the bench. Make some guide marks here, like so. Take your little circular saw, and you're just going to use your eyes here. Make sure you have your safety goggles on. Make that cut. One more little adjustment cut. That pops out, and that gives me room for my leg. All right, let's put this in position. Got to clear some of this stuff off here. Put this down here. Grab my... All right, now let's just bring this over here. I think it's safe to say I can take these off now. I'm done with all my cutting. Now I'm just going to set this in. You're just going to slide it in like so. This should fit nicely. Now I've cut all my notches out. I'll secure that later, but I want to show you how the top goes on. Now I spent a little time beforehand cutting all my pieces. And this is how this will go on, like so. And if you notice, I do have a little bit of a lip here that I didn't have on my old bench, because this will help me if I need to clamp anything. I actually have an edge now that I can clamp anything to. But boy, I tell you what, this makes a nice big surface. This will be great for all sorts of projects. For you crafters out here, this is a great way for you to do some crafting. Now I do have some other little things that I'd like to add to this bench. This is just a piece of pegboard. It's the same type of pegboard that I have above my other bench. And this can just be attached to the side, like so. Now you can modify your bench any way that you want to, but I thought this would be perfect to hang any other hand tools like my hammer, or if I have any screwdrivers, I can do that. So I have those. I did purchase this extension cord. What's nice about this is it actually clips onto your leg, so you have plenty of power. Very simple bench to build. I built this for under $100, and as you can see, it can be very versatile for you crafters and for you people that like woodworking. Well, if you missed any of the steps, visit the website. I think up next is Sherry at the studio.